Well, 43 days until the Minnesota State Fair, if anybody's counting. I mean, I like counting down to it, except, again, I like the State Fair beginning. I don't like it when it ends.
No, absolutely not.
Over, and then it's September.
Yeah.
And
we're really counting down the 43 best days of the year.
Yeah, these are
starts.
beautiful time in Minnesota. Anyway, we're getting a taste of the State Fair today. Lauren's here with the new foods. 33 new foods?
Yeah, they announced them around 6:15 this morning. It came out from all across the fair. There's a lot of interesting ones this year, but this is something we anticipate every year in the news world. It's kind of the first taste of fair season.
And it's the good way for the State Fair to start building, you know, as you're getting down to under 2 months to like build that excitement for the fair. And it's always about what I always say the fair is. It's a combination of the state's largest patio bar.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
With Taste of Minnesota mixed in. Because, you know, you still have some of those food hall type experiences, but for the most part, it's become a get a drink and get some food and while you wander around and you just sort of sip and sample all day long.
And make sure you go with a group so you don't pay $500.
Right, and it's like, I'll buy this one and we'll all share out of here.
Absolutely.
And I'll buy this one. So of the 33 foods, we have 3 of them.
3 of them right here. Yeah, I brought a dessert sampling here for you. We ended up with the dessert ones today. We've been trying them throughout the morning on Fox 9. But I thought we'd get a little taste. Should we get started? Are you hungry?
Yes.
It's lunchtime.
Where do you want to start?
I think we should start with the curds.
This one?
This is one that popped right off on the list when I saw them right away. They're called Sweet Squeakers, and they're from the Blue Barn, which is a really popular food spot over in the West End Market.
Yeah, and they've always been good about having a new something.
Something innovative, something that's a little bit different, and this is certainly different because those are regular white cheddar cheese curds.
Okay.
But they've got toppings. You've probably never had a cheese curd before. It's coated in a funnel cake batter, then deep fried, topped with fresh lemon whipped cream and a drizzle of berry sauce. I don't know if you want to attack that with your hand.
That might be more than a drizzle, but I mean looks pretty good.
They were just dropped off to us hot, Rob, from the folks from Blue Barn who will be making them at the fair this year.
Okay.
I think it's like a good little sweet and salty combination if that's what you're into. I haven't tried it yet though. They smell like funnel cake. They don't smell like cheese curds.
They sort of taste a bit like funnel cake.
Do they?
And cheese curd.
Do you think they taste more sweet or savory?
They're a little sweeter. And I think it could be because of the topping here.
They have like cinnamon sugar on the outside though.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
I mean, I love cheese curds. And then any way you can dress up a cheese curd.
Oh, those are a lot better than I thought they were going to be. I don't know if I was expecting, I think because it's white cheddar, it's like kind of more of a mild cheddar taste.
You don't taste as much of the cheese curd as I expected.
Yeah, that's pretty outstanding.
That's really good.
You need 4 people to finish it because I don't think I could eat, what are there, 15 of them in here?
Yeah, well, how many calories do you think that?
About 2 pounds of cheese.
2 pounds of cheese and
who's
look at
stepping
this.
in?
Who's got to come in?
Zero
Ryan
confidence
Ramblin.
that this is going to be around after the show.
No, so you got to get your taste now.
I'm sneaking in now.
Well, you better.
Carry on.
Do you not want to try any of this other stuff?
I want to go.
Yeah, you do.
You should. What do you think?
Do you taste the cheese curd? Do you taste the breading,
the cinnamon sugar funnel cake coating, deep fried funnel cake coating? That's a good one. And the thing is, the line at the Blue Barn is always so long. It like wraps around Sweet Martha's cookies.
Which
so
always
you're gonna have to wait for those.
Which always tells you something. Either there's something new that everybody wants to try, right? Or there's something tried and true, tested that people.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Right. That people make a point that's been there for years, and they make a point that I have to get, here's a list of must-haves, and then here's some new things I want to try.
Right.
And so the Blue Barn has always got a mix of both.
Yeah, you're totally right. There's the Sweet Martha's Cookies line, there's the Mousetrap Cheese Curds line. They've always got something new and things that people keep coming back for. Sarah's Tipsy Pies is another one that people always go for. It's in the food building. They have those kind of they kind of look like calzones, but the pie filling has alcohol in it. So that's Sarah's Tipsy Pies. It's become quite popular
not
at the
opposed to that.
fairgrounds.
I mean,
this year they have something new. These are the Cinnasugar Crust tidbits. So it's flaky pie crust, strips covered in cinnamon sugar, and a side of whiskey flavored caramel dipping sauce.
And that's this right here.
That's the caramel, the whiskey dipping sauce. And then we also have a non-alcoholic caramel sauce here. Don't get those confused. And you're supposed to dip.
So again, it's pie crust.
Pie crust. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
The thing about a dipping situation at the fair,
yeah, it's a little messy.
It's a little messy. It's hard to walk around with something you got to dip. But I do love a cinnamon sugar dessert, something a little crispy.
That is really good.
Is it?
It's good without the dipping.
By itself?
Yeah.
That's the mark of a good dessert. Doesn't need a dipping sauce
the dipping
to make it better.
I mean, it's dealer's choice here, whether you want to dip or not dip.
Yeah, they have a couple really good Tipsy pies when you head in there, and it's right next to the mousetrap cheese curds, so you can get a whole
I might go into a
inside the food
little
building.
sugar coma here shortly.
You need one more bite at least, Rob. One more bite, and it's of this thing right here that is still warm from its delivery a while ago. So you're going to be able to find these patisseries inside the Minnesota Farmers Union coffee shop. They paired up with Chef John Crouffle from Patisserie 46. If you're a baked good aficionado in the Twin Cities like I am, you might have had something from Patisserie 46 or Rose Street Patisserie. I know my patisseries, Rob.
You do, I can tell.
And they're offering 2 different ones this year. This is a banana s'more patisserie sweet. It's baked brown butter crumb cake.
That's this one?
Yeah,
Both of
them
these
are
are just,
both of them are the banana s'mores.
right.
And they have bananas, marshmallows, and chocolate chunks, and they're topped with graham cracker crumbs on top of that.
It looks like a mix of a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, it does.
And a pie.
Yeah, it smells like a pie. It smelled like a bakery. I got you this because I didn't know if this was going to be a bite into or
I don't
a
know.
fork
How do you
situation.
eat this? And
I don't
see,
know either.
That is always too part of the what works and what doesn't at the fair. Is you mentioned, walking around with these you can eat, but walking around with a dipping sauce.
The dipping sauce gets a little bit difficult.
Then you have to stop and sit somewhere.
Right, or anything with a fork.
And this, might be more difficult. But then again, if people are raving about it, you're going to go get it.
Absolutely, yeah. And the coffee shop at the Farmers Union is really awesome, and it's a great spot just to go for an affordable cup of coffee. Oh, we need to take a second with this one, I think.
Excellent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
You could really taste the banana.
Oh, really? Okay, that's, we love fresh fruits and vegetables at the fair. We don't always get a ton of those.
The banana bread kind of vibe here going on with chocolate chip.
It smells very good. They have one other one that they're offering too, and it's an apple glaze pull-apart donut dough baked with Minnesota-grown Honeycrisp apples. That's the other one that you're going to be able to get at the Farmers Union.
It's a little bit messy,
It's a
but
crumb
then again,
cake.
you're eating it outdoors at the fairgrounds and
Yeah.
you're used to seeing stuff. So, but just be warning, there are crumbs everywhere.
That's okay. We will we'll get that All Day Live intern on it, which also might fall under my duties here at All Day Live. Should we talk about some other foods?
Sure, go ahead. I'm gonna have another bite of this.
You finished that crumb cake. It's lunchtime. So there were some other ones that just popped right off the list because they're kind of wacky. I think the first one is the uncrusta burger, not uncrustable burger, uncrusta burger. This is a 4-ounce hamburger patty with cheese, pickles, special sauce, and sandwiched between 2 deep-fried peanut butter and grape jelly Uncrustables. Have you ever had an Uncrustable?
Yeah, and when my kids were little, and they're far from little now, we used to, always have those on hand, right? Especially in the summertime. So you're talking about 2 peanut butter and jelly Uncrustables that are deep fried and serve as the buns of a hamburger.
Of a cheeseburger that has special sauce on it as well. Yeah, I think a deep fried Uncrustable is interesting to me. That in itself, I think, could be a nice, tasty little snack.
I think it's worth trying for sure. It looks like it could be very delicious. The danger you get with some of these, though, is if they are too filling.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. And people are going to want to get that first because it's so weird, then they're going to be full.
Yeah, and so you want to try some of these, and again, sharing is always better because you want to sample so many things. You don't want to get full.
Take a bite and pass it on. That one just looks messy, to be honest.
It does look messy, and it looks like I would be like, oh, I need to take a break from food for about an hour or two.
And definitely not get on a Midway ride after eating that one.
I'm not saying I'm not going to try it. I'm not saying it doesn't look like it would be delicious.
And kind of just like what we think of when we think of weird state fair food, right?
Well, and that's how you got to rise above and attract attention.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will. All right.
Another one up there is the Caprese curds. That's these. These are at Lulu's Public House, which became very popular last year for their deep fried ranch.
Talking to I know the guys that run that place. I'm sorry.
No.
And I went in there and said, this is in the first day or two of the fair, and I'm like, how is this new food going? They're like, we can't keep it.
Yeah.
It's and they will tell you that every year all these vendors will have different things that they'll try, right? We tried all that and then we chose this.
Yeah.
And it is kind of a shot in the dark whether it's going to catch on or not, because some of these things are really good and they just don't hit.
Yeah.
And that one hit.
It totally did. It hit like Rick's Pickle Pizza did 2 years ago, because even last year that pizza line was 15 minutes long, and I think the deep fried ranch will be probably the same this year.
But so this is Lulu's.
This is also at Lulu's. Yeah, it's mozzarella cheese curds with Italian seasoning, deep fried, served over bruschetta blend of tomatoes, basil, and balsamic glaze, and it's served with crostini on the side.
So I mean, if you want to dish them up on the
crostini, make a real bruschetta situation.
Yeah, and again, and this is what vendors have hit on, that, as we mentioned before, the shareable type of thing.
That's what people want.
Yep.
Yeah. Things are expensive, Rob.
Yeah.
$20 per item.
You don't want a meal. Sometimes you do. I mean, and some of the like the old church dining hall type meals are very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of times you don't want a meal.
No.
You want to try everything.
Right. I want 1 or 2 cheese curds, and then I want to move on.
And then I want 1 or 2 of these, and I want a couple of bites of that, and I want
Here's one you're going to want a couple bites of.
Okay.
It's a Crouffle cloud, or maybe a Crouffle crowd, if you're pronouncing it French, as I assume I'm supposed to. This is a croissant pressed inside a waffle iron and topped with whipped sweet cream and fruit puree and a cloud of cotton candy. I don't know how the croissant is going to do in the waffle iron. Does that kind of take away the essence of what makes a croissant so lovely and magical? I don't know. This is at Spinning Wild, which is a cotton candy spot near the Ferris wheel. They tried having a store in Union Depot a couple years ago. It has since been gone, but they're a very interesting kind of like candy confectionery goods,
which is
seller.
Fantastic too. I mean, and the things to be creative, and that's pretty creative.
And it's an eye catcher. Like someone's going to be carrying that, and they're doing free marketing walking down the street.
That's true.
Right?
You can't. I wonder how quickly that stuff melts.
I don't know. Cotton candy is still kind of an elusive thing to me, but it looks like it has some like sparkly sprinkles in there, and it's cute. It's going to be a kid favorite, I think.
It is cute.
It is.
All right.
Let's talk about a couple more real quick. Hot honey jalapeno popper donuts. I thought maybe this was going to be the year of hot honey at the fair. There's a couple items on the list that have it, but I know people are really into hot honey right now.
Yeah.
And this is hot honey with jalapeno and pickled jalapeno, hot honey, and cream cheese and crumbled bacon on a yeast frosted donut.
On a donut.
Yes.
Again, I'll try it. It sounds good. Is that too much?
I think it is too much. I think there's going to be at least one thing on there that steers me away, but we'll see. I like the idea of spicy desserts.
Yeah. Hot honey jalapeno and on a donut.
And then this one is just sure to be divisive. Dill pickle iced tea.
I don't think that'll be. Do you think it'll
it's
be
black
divisive?
tea with dill pickle and tahini and chamoy, which are some really popular kind of like spicy seasonings.
So there's a pickle slice in there?
Also,
is there a
as
dill
pickle
pickle mixed in
dill.
with the lemonade?
Yeah, there's dill.
Okay.
No, it's not lemonade. It's iced tea.
Oh, iced tea. I'm sorry.
They did the dill pickle lemonade last year. I tried it. It tasted like pickle flavored iced tea. Yeah. That's all I can say.
I guess you'd expect that.
Yeah, but maybe refreshing if it hits 100 degrees out this year. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, and dill is good.
Yeah.
So we can always try everything else with dill.
Absolutely. Pickle stuff, I think, really got popular.
Yeah, it did.
The last 2 years here at the fairgrounds.
It did. I will try that. I will try any of them. I'm not. Yeah.
I got a couple classics, but I do like to switch it up too. It's the giant egg roll on a stick for me, and then I'm willing to take a bite of anything.
The hands down thing that I have to get at least once, if not multiple times, and people just is the gizmo sandwich.
The gizmos are popular.
Yep.
It's so hard to get to, though. They're on the way north end of the
Yep.
fairgrounds. You got to walk a mile to get there.
But people find them.
Oh yeah, totally.
People
and
find
you
them.
burn your gizmo calories getting there and back.
And it is a delicious sandwich.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to finish some more of this.
As you should.
All right. And where are we going from here, Ryan? All right. Oh,
Ooh.
we're going right from State Fair food to sports. And I know Pierre will be wanting to sample some of this. I'm going to have more of this here in a minute.